Hello, welcome to Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
I am Yves Saint Laurent. Oh no, I'm Michael Mandel.
Oh.
Yes, and we're glad to be here. It's good to see you guys. We've missed you since last week. Thank you for the applause. Thank you for writing letters.
I think it's a one-way miss. We miss them, but we're not so sure if they miss us.
We don't know. You don't know either. We are here today. This is a weird collection of miniatures. I know many of you who hang out in liquor stores, like Mark and I, often see the little bins that have little miniatures. Pinnacle was nice enough. This is the second time we've had the Pinnacle Potpourri. Look at that. That's so cute. Those bottles in your TV are actually 4 times the size of what we actually have here. But there's some great, crazy flavors. Last time we had the tasting, the one we really liked was salted caramel. But we think that there's new ones in this one. Those of you who remember the last show, which might have been 2 years ago.
When we did this last?
Yes. This was on sale at Walmart's on Valley for $6.90. So you get 8 different, what is this, like ounce and a half?
Ounce and a half, I think.
Ounce and a half. Oh, look, do you want to try this first?
What is it?
Oh, it's the red licorice one.
Well, here's what we're going to do.
Oh, what are we going to do?
We're going to just randomly select and taste. We're going to do maybe 3, maybe
we'll
4.
See.
We'll see how it
We'll
goes.
See. This was,
well, you selected that at random? Let's try it.
Well, I kind of did. I mean, I put
you know
my
exactly
hand
where it was.
I put my hand in the same place I did all the other times. You want to smell the aroma?
Oh gosh.
Oh God. It does not smell.
No, it doesn't smell
like vodka.
Like I'm sure it's going to taste. What does it smell like?
It's supposed to taste like. Last time it was just licorice, I think, and you hate licorice. So.
It smells like brake fluid.
I love brake fluid.
I'm not sure it tastes like red licorice. At the end, it's got
a little.
If you let it finish
got
long
that
enough.
Vodka-y kick. Valvoline. It's a specific taste.
30 weight.
You know, it's got a weird.
I wouldn't call it red licorice. It tastes similar to something else, but it's not red licorice.
It's vodka.
Well, it tastes more like vodka than whatever other girly flavor they have in there.
You want to do girly flavors, Mark?
No, I don't.
You want to do this one?
Probably have no choice.
Do this one? Okay, either you pick one from here or just you get the next.
All right, let me just pick at random. I don't know what I'm getting. I already don't want that one. It's birthday cake.
Oh, let's do birthday
cake.
I
already know I would hate it.
Is that whipped cream?
This is whipped.
We've already had. I have a bottle of that whipped cream. I mean, a big bottle when it first came out.
So much for the random concept. Okay, this is one.
Okay.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie?
Yes. We're one of the pecan growing capitals of the world, right here in the Sea Valley.
As a matter of fact, something you didn't know.
What?
We're also the top red licorice growing.
No.
Yes, we are.
Red licorice vines.
Yes, we do.
They grow on vines,
licorice,
right? Yeah. Are we rinsing these?
Apparently not.
Okay.
Oh, here, do you have water? You're not going to drink water that I've drunk, because you would never do that. Unless.
Do you have any dread disease?
Yes.
Did you finally get over the Zika virus?
Did you read about Hep C today? Liked it.
They have a cure for that now, so I'm not worried.
They do.
Okay, you ready? Oh. No.
Okay, don't tell me again what the name of it is.
All right, you tell me.
I'll tell you for the flavor. It smells like water. No. Ooh, I can taste the pecan. Totally. You know, it's
Let's
like.
let the finish.
Don't worry about the finish, because finish is going to be a vodka finish.
No, I'm getting the flavors. It takes a minute for your tongue to absorb it.
Tastes pecan-y. If you guys like the pecan beer from, it's no longer called De La Vegas, by the way. It's called the Pecan Grill. They took all the De La Vegas signage.
Good, it's easier to remember that.
But when you go to De La Vegas, or you go to Pecan Grill, you stand there by the receptionist thing and you say, I'm looking for a place called De La Vega. Do you know where it is? You should say that. I do that, and
they think you're a real
smart ones either smile at you, and real smart ones hit you up the
smarter ones
head.
smack you across the chops.
This, you know, this is not much different from the salted. What do we have? Pretzel one.
What would you mix this with? Probably the whipped cream. Hey, those two together.
Yes, we want to do that.
I
still got some of my.
Oh, that's a piece of pie right there.
Yeah, it's an entire pie. You want to do whipped cream?
Okay, is this it?
Do you still have some of the other stuff in your?
I don't.
There's only 8, so there.
Here, you open whipped, And I'll
Open whipped. Ooh, here's the salted caramel. What would you mix it with? You'd water it down, but you want to water it down with soda water.
I'd mix it with ice.
Oh yeah, it might be good.
That a little bit more. Just, there we go. Because like you want a good blob of whipped cream on your pie.
Yes. Well, I'm trying to watch my calories.
I know it. Just drink them away.
They pass through your body a lot quicker.
Okay, I'm getting more whipped cream than I am pie, but that's not a bad combination. Pecan pie and whipped cream vodka.
It depends on what you were expecting from cocktails. If you're expecting a complicated, sophisticated flavor, forget it. But if you're looking at saying, I don't want to be complicated, and there's no way I'm ever going to be sophisticated, so I'm just going to go for eating a piece of pie.
For a sweetie.
And it kind of tastes like that.
As a sweetie drink goes.
One of the problems that the liquor companies have is, to get people to drink whiskey, because people won't do that.
It's an acquired taste for many people.
And so what they do is they latch on to popular flavors. That's why, remember the Zima thing? It tastes like soda. You get sweet things. Kids like them. Kids like us in our mid-hundreds. And we are mid-hundreds,
Well, combined.
Somewhere between 0 and 100. And that's how old we are. Don't want to give it all away. Okay, well, this was good. It would have been better with, it wouldn't have been that much better with ice cubes.
Or a soda. Now, speaking of which,
you could have used Mountain Dew. Are you going to talk about the soda tax?
Well, they're proposing a soda tax. In other words, they would tax you on every soda you bought in the grocery store.
Yes.
And every bottle. And they say, well, it's only going to be 2 cents. 2 cents tax. 2 cents per ounce. So if you buy a 42-ouncer,
you're paying something like 84 cents.
Yeah.
I just did that math quick.
A tax.
Yes.
And so I think it's a regressive tax.
But if you give back the sugar, you get a refund on the sugar. You spit it back.
No aspartame.
Aspartame.
Sugar-free.
Aspartame.
They're still going to charge you.
Stevia.
You buy Zevia's brand. Still going to be 2 cents an
people
ounce.
drink far too much soda.
They do.
And what's sad, I think New York started this first. I don't know if it ever
limited size you could buy.
But what happened was, if you drink too much soda, it's bad for you. It causes a lot of medical problems. And
it's way too much sugar.
And even it turns out your incidence of heart attack and stuff like that, I guess diabetes would come from that. And then people think, well, it's good, I'll go to diet soda. It turns out that aspartame gives you some
brain
other
damage,
which makes you drink more.
Among other things.
Makes you drink more.
Yes.
So soda's not good. That's why we sit here drinking flavored vodkas.
And then you got a place like Coca-Cola who went in the lab and developed a double molecule caffeine, which makes you more addicted to it. So they're getting you coming and going. I haven't had
I'm not addicted
Coca-Cola.
to it.
They sweeten it with high fructose corn syrup, which does not occur naturally in nature. Sugar does.
It doesn't occur in corn.
Corn is natural.
And
GMOs.
You just said high fructose.
High fructose corn
Fructose is
syrup.
a sugar, and it's a syrup, so you melt down your corn.
In a laboratory.
After it pops, it just starts melting.
It doesn't?
Yeah, that's it. You never tried that?
No.
Did you ever leave your popcorn around?
Don't you know popcorn is different than regular corn? You can't pop regular corn kernels.
No wonder it melted in my microwave.
Yes.
That's how I got high fructose corn syrup.
And
you
also,
just pour it off the tray.
Well, also, the governor is considering a food tax, bringing back the food tax in New Mexico. New Mexico in the past was one of the few states that taxed food and drugs, and about 10 years ago, they repealed the food tax, and that saved a lot of people a lot of money. It cost the state a lot of money, but now that the state is going broke because of the gasoline prices being so low, she's trying to find any means possible to raise taxes. She said she didn't want to raise taxes, but now she is considering a food tax.
So we all know that the food and beverage tax is a regressive tax.
Yes.
Because everybody...
It affects poor people the worst.
Poor people have to eat as much as rich people. The only way, if you're rich, to get... I know you want to pay more tax, buy more expensive food. That's how,
well,
it works.
You get taxed pretty heavily when you go to a restaurant.
It wasn't, not too many years ago when the food and beverage tax was emptied, and then they hold harmless tax was given to us. We were given money from the state because we weren't getting money from food and beverage, from actually supermarket food.
Right.
So now they won't have to pay us that. Hopefully,
But
I don't know. I mean, we do have to pay taxes. There's a way to charge people more taxes if they are richer. And you're not doing that on food and beverage tax.
although if you do buy food at the deli, any prepared food, you do pay tax on that.
You always do. If it's prepared food, yes, you do.
Yeah.
But not if you buy frozen food that you just have to put in the freezer. And that's pretty much as good as McDonald's. I would assume. I don't know. I don't eat
I'm
Scottish
still
food.
surprised that people eat at McDonald's knowing how bad the food is for you.
Did you see a recent ad about McDonald's hamburgers? It's been on TV. I'm pretty sure it's these great signature hamburgers, and it looks like a wonderful burger.
It doesn't really.
You know, it looks like this high, and I think those of you who look at what's on TV and then go to the store and see what's going on, you got this much of lettuce and tomato.
Yeah.
You got the hamburger, which looks big and juicy and.
Is it a double patty?
No, it's just
Like a
it
Big
looks
Mac?
thick. Actually, when it covers your entire screen, it's really thick. And then they put the extras on, which are about this high.
Extra what?
Oh, like you can get fried
Onion
onions,
rings,
all sorts of things, and they look wonderful. But those of you who have been to fast food places and see what the product ends up, it usually ends up like a squished nothing.
Well, you got to get it down slow so you can
Yes.
fit it in your mouth.
But it looks good, so that's all it takes. It's looking good.
Well, you know, if people didn't eat so much fast food, they wouldn't have the health problems they are having. And you know, the healthcare is in the news for everybody these days. The healthcare.
A lot of people don't read the news.
The American.
The people who don't care
Healthcare-
about healthcare.
I know the American Health Care Act was repealed by the Trump administration and Congress.
Right, which Michelle Obama was trying to push through.
So Congress and
Who's that guy?
which includes Steve Pierce, our own congressman here from District 2. He was one of the ones in favor of repealing it and bringing on the new Trump Care, which is even a worse health care plan than Obamacare.
It's not actually a healthcare plan. It's a way that
it's
rich people
anti-health.
don't have to pay taxes.
No, they get a
If-
tax benefit, and the poor people
Yeah, but
get
they-
stuck with nothing.
Right, they get no health care plan. I mean, you're cutting out easily the same amount as in the first go-round, which was 24 million people in about 2 or 3 years that won't be able to be part of it.
All right.
Plus, old people like me, and not yet Mark, would pay 5 times as much because our pre-existing condition is age.
Right. Well, the problem is with the Health Care Act, not enough young people were in on it because they figured, well, we're healthy, we don't need health care
Right.
insurance. Or they're living with their parents until they're 27, so they get their
Still
parents.
have it.
But so
Healthy people don't take health care. Therefore, the pool is skimpier.
That's right.
And by having Obama, everybody said, oh, he's forcing us to get health care. That's the only way to keep it fair for everybody. It's the same as the way the country works.
unless we do it the way 35 other industrial nations do it, and a single-payer healthcare system, basically paid for by the government,
Which is-
taxes.
And that's where we're going to head
Like Canada and Mexico
in
do.
3 years. And Great Britain, and Sweden, and
Yes.
France, and Germany.
The countries that have better healthcare than we. Australia, even Donald Trump said,
Australia has a
you have
great
better healthcare than we do.
system.
I wonder why
So-
that is.
Because it's single payer. Who's that guy? You know, ever see Steve Colbert? Every time he puts a picture of somebody on, he calls him a troll or some bald-headed migrant worker or whatever. I don't know who that guy is.
Well, I wonder if he was in
Because you
favor-
can never see him when he's in town, because he's never in town, that guy.
No, he's not.
He stays away from this liberal bastion of progressive tree huggers.
Well, okay. I guess he was in favor of
Healthcare.
Trump's plan.
He was.
Trump
All the Republicans were. All the Republicans, except for maybe not enough to not pass it,
Yes.
because it passed by a couple of votes.
Right. And the Democrats.
Which doesn't mean anything. It
Well,
didn't mean
the
anything because
Senate still has to come up with their
passing
own.
the House of Representatives is just an initial step to show unity and people being.
And apparently the Senate is going to start from scratch with their own health care plan, which couldn't get any worse. Let's see if it gets any better. And we'll have to see about more things when we come back after these words.
Is it our break?
It's time to take a break now.
We'll decide what we're going to drink.
And then we'll pick at random.
You're going to vote one of these blue liquors.
Oh, really?
Yes, I think so. We're going to do that. So come back and we'll drink something blue and something borrowed. And that's it. What's it?
Hi, I'm Cheryl Burke, and I have a confession to make. I have a serious crush on my workout. Hip, fun, and always a challenge. Jazzercise is the total package. It's the only workout that I've ever truly loved. Does it show? That's because I'm in the best shape of my life. What a difference Jazzercise makes. When's the last time your workout swept you off your feet? Find a class near you at jazzercise.com.
Celebrate, celebrate, Fiesta Motors.
Come and see us today and discover why our service is second to none. In business for over 17 years, we have the right car for you. When you buy a vehicle from Fiesta Motors, we do everything possible to ensure your satisfaction. Located at the corner of El Paseo and Main. See you there.
Celebrate, Fiesta Motors, where buying a car is always a celebration.
Attention homeowners, apartment complexes and business parks and homeowners associations. Now is the best time to make your property beautiful again. Since 1967, Gonzalez Landscaping has offered beautiful professional landscaping services to all of southern New Mexico. Our team has been designing and installing landscapes for over 47 years. Where quality is an obsession, Gonzalez Landscaping is locally owned and operated. We are licensed commercial, residential specialists dedicated to providing reliable and quality service. We offer residential and commercial landscaping design, full lawn, tree and shrub care, with annuals and perennials, tree and palm trimming, spring and fall cleanups, mulching and more. Let us do the work at prices you can afford. We service all of Las Cruces. We are New Mexico's premier commercial landscaping and residential landscaping company. Visit us online at gonzalesnursery.com or call us for a free estimate. 575-382-7272.
We are back. You're watching Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
I'm Michael Mandel, and we're still sober because when you have bottles this small, how drunk can you get?
We're doing girly drinks
Yes.
today, as they call them.
We're doing flavored vodkas. That's
thing.
what they call them.
Oh, okay.
GDs, girly drinks. I'm going to give you your choice of these two blue ones. Not that blue one, because
see.
that says what it is. And we don't know what these flavors mean.
Don't even tell me what the flavor is.
I can't tell you. I'm going to say,
guess
okay,
it.
let's try this one. This is UV, either it means ultraviolet or unknown vodka.
I think that's what it is.
Unknown, uh-oh. That's what happens when
That hasn't been
you've
opened in a long
opened it.
time,
No,
has it?
no, it's all sugared up.
See?
But it's sugar. It's
As if there's not enough sugar in the alcohol to begin with.
There's not that much sugar in carbs in vodka, you know.
Oh, it's in all booze.
But not as much food. Okay, this is UV vodka. You can get it any place you get Pinnacle because it's on the lower.
It smells berry-like.
Whoa, berry. Name the berry.
Tastes more like some cough medicine I had as a kid.
Raspberry. It's raspberry cough medicine.
No.
It says raspberry. It is raspberry.
I'm not getting it.
You can taste raspberry. Tastes like the color of your tie, which I tasted earlier in the show. Sorry.
Okay.
We will clean our palates with this, which is, this I've never seen in a real bottle.
That's the Wave brand.
Wave. Have you ever seen this?
No,
And look,
I have not.
And look, according to this, I've never really opened this one, so this should be a complete surprise. Maybe I waited for, you to help me try this one out. I'm going to tell you the name of this, okay? It's not going to help you at one bit.
All right.
It's called Tropical Fruit Flavored Vodka.
Tropical fruit.
Baja Tropical Fruit. It smells a little more like the salted pecan.
I kind of like that better. Tastes more like a flavored vodka than whatever that was.
Oh, no. I mean,
That's kind of cough syrupy too.
it's not even cough syrupy. It's more like vodka with something to try
Vodka
to...
with a bad mixer.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you're trying to... Something that was really stale and kept in the refrigerator too long.
Oh, what your house?
I had to keep it in the refrigerator. So, if you do buy little things of drinks, and they sell all sorts of things, not just vodkas, they sell bourbons, tequilas.
You know, and you're talking about Walmart. I don't really see any great bargains when I go to Walmart in the liquor department. I really don't.
They steadily have things at a good base price. Sometimes they're higher. You know, one of the things about expensive things, like the difference between Grand Marnier and Cointreau. Grand Marnier is a little bit smokier, but you can use them
For
alike.
margaritas.
And some places have one higher and the other have the other higher, and they're pretty much neck and neck, but they vary. I need water after that last drink, man, because that's too bad.
Well, one thing you shouldn't do after you've had too much to drink, we haven't reached that point yet, is to go out and try to run and jog.
I wouldn't do that even
sprint.
if I didn't have anything to drink.
Well, apparently there's a lot of people in this town that like to run, and there was a store that opened up downtown called Run Culture, right near the Rio Grande
That's
Theater.
their logo. Yes.
Just 2 doors down from the
I
Rio Grande
pass that
Theater.
almost every day since I go there.
They
all
sell
the time.
running
Expensive shoes that are very
shoes,
good. If you
shirts,
want quality
hats,
shoes.
running apparel. And I never thought there was enough people to keep a store like that afloat, and apparently there isn't,
I was going to say, Mark, you were right.
because he's going out of business.
Yes, and I don't even think it can make it in the mall. It's just that there's
Probably
not
not.
as many aficionados
No.
as you would think. And a good pair of sneakers should last you at least, for me, they last 20 years. That's because I try not to use them.
Yeah, now, bicycle stores, you've got about
Oh,
3
yeah.
or 4 of those. There's many more people who ride bicycles
Yeah, bikes are
as a
fun.
hobby and for health. So anyway, the Run Culture is going out of business this month.
So here's an interesting thing.
Take advantage of their sales. Go down there now. You don't have to. You don't have to run to buy something in there.
So the next time you go to the Rio Grande Theater or the Arts Council, which is on its last pretty much almost month of being there,
Yes.
go take a look there. One of the things that's happening is, of course, the Rio Grande Theater will no longer be run by the Arts Council. Arts Council will never not have a presence downtown. Jim Turrentine's The Big Picture is moving.
Yes.
I think
He's
this
leaving
past
Main
Friday
Street.
was the last time he was going to do a final
So
Friday.
if you're at the Farmers and Crafts Market on Saturdays or Wednesdays, stop into Run Culture just to say wish them well. I don't know where they're going.
Hey, if you can get 30% off on one of those pairs of shoes, they're good.
'Cause they're overpriced shoes in the first place.
But they're great sneakers, and 30% off would bring it down into
To its
reasonable
almost
thing.
normal price.
But also the Fine Arts Association is situated downtown. They're not going to be there. You know, the first Fridays were a group of people going from art gallery to art gallery drinking wine. What is it? MKS is out of
They're
business.
gone. The north end of
There
Main
is
Street,
no longer an arts presence in the downtown.
except
which
the one
is-
art gallery.
Right, the old-fashioned art gallery.
Yes.
That's also the music store.
Maybe the arts gallery.
And the reason they can stay there is they do music lessons,
Oh.
and they have deep pockets.
Maybe the Arts Council can move into the place that the art gallery is vacating.
No,
Next
it's
to the
too
State
small.
Theater? Is it too small?
Yep, it's
Okay.
too small.
Well, you know what's going on today, right now, is in fact, when your mailman comes, if you take some food items out in a box or a bag, place them next to the mailbox, not in the mailbox. Place them right next to your mailbox so that the letter carrier can pick these up and take them. It's the Stamp Out Hunger food drive. They do it every year.
So yes, do that today.
The mailmen come by and they pick these up, and he goes to help replenish the food bank.
I'm just checking something here. There is some kind of protest today against Pierce, I think.
Ah,
So there's always a protest against Pierce.
as well as should be.
You know, Congress also wants to disband the mail service.
Yes.
They want to do it a for-profit corporation.
Right.
How is that going to work? You know, these guys are great. A lot of them are veterans. This has to be the most, well, you can't say most tedious because there's many tedious jobs like doing TV shows.
Yeah, well,
totally
that's
tedious.
pretty bad, yeah.
Nothing new ever happens on them. But being a mail carrier, it's the same thing
Hey, you get out,
every day.
fresh air.
And if it's not the same thing, you're in big trouble.
Some of them get to walk.
Yes, and you get to talk to people on your route if they are gregarious,
Right.
like I am.
You-
I always stop the mail guy, talk to him about 20 minutes.
You have to avoid
Then
dogs.
he's late. Well, maybe.
And so, yes, goes to help the food bank. So,
Do we forget the Comey Trump thing? We kind of have to because that is so crazy at this point. And since we taped the show early, we have no idea what's going on at every moment because
it's always something new.
He has put out tweets that contradict what he said and Trump has said.
He keeps changing it. Whoever gives him whoever tells him what to think, keeps changing it.
And he mentioned that, they mentioned that his lawyers looked over his 10 years of taxes, and they said he is not getting any, first he said he's not getting any money from the Russians, and then they said, except for a few things. Except for a few things.
Well, you
like
know,
hotels he sold. few things.
Well, can you believe Putin paid full price for this idiot?
He's still getting a lot of entertainment out of it. He was very happy the last interview.
He said he didn't care.
He's
If there's a
just
new
happy he
FBI
doesn't
head,
care.
it doesn't
Doesn't
bother
care.
him. Why should he? Now,
What's this?
going on tonight at the Rio Grande Theater, there's a dance recital. It's free.
Wow, no wonder they're losing money.
Yeah, so that's tonight at 7 o'clock at the Rio Grande Theater.
And that's a good place to go.
There's also
Yes, what else?
Movies in the Park is beginning tonight.
Tonight or tomorrow? Sunday night. Don't they do Sunday nights?
No, that's when Music in the Park is.
Oh, okay. Saturday night?
So this week's movie is Moana.
It's going to be on the plaza, right? It's going to be in the middle of town, I think. They usually do it someplace else. First night is always downtown. I saw Moana in the regular theaters.
Did you?
It was really good.
Dwayne Johnson does the voice, doesn't he?
No, The Rock does.
You know, he's the highest paid movie star in the world right now.
It's unbelievable, really, because I thought Gilbert Gottfried would be by now, you know, because
With that voice?
he's got a voice. He could do overdubs forever, and people would just say, "I love that voice. That's a great voice."
Now, also tonight, there's two plays you can go to. Downtown at the Las Cruces Community Theater, you have the old American classic standard, You Can't Take It With You.
By Kaufman and Hart.
I was in that play when I was in college. It's great for colleges because it's got a large cast,
Yes.
and it's modern American classic theater.
And you were there around when Kaufman and Hart wrote it.
Yeah,
you
yes.
know, 1947.
And the other play downtown at the Black Box Theater is a newer one, Seagulls in a Cherry Tree, which is kind of a takeoff on Chekhov,
Yes.
and it's comedy.
So I was there last night. Actually, I'm going to be at the one that we just said tonight. But last night I was at Seagulls in a Cherry Tree, and the writer came down from Wyoming.
I heard about that.
And he gave a great talk. Actually, I don't know what he did yet because I didn't see it yet. But it was great, I'm sure. And it's
Also going on tonight,
Seagulls.
and today is the Truth or Consequences Film Fest. It's the first time they've ever had one there. And they're showing New Mexico films.
Are they showing the one that Ross Marks did?
They're showing Wendy Coming Back, Red Rider. Then they're showing the sequel to it called The Heart Outright, which Ross Marks has just recently finished.
And was shown at the Fountain Theater.
Shown at Fountain Theater this past week. And
What's this?
And if you're looking for something interesting to do, you could go tonight down to the Concordia Cemetery in El Paso they have a ghost tour. For $15, they will take you on a tour at night, late at night, of the Concordia Cemetery. Now, there's a lot of famous people like John Wesley Hardin buried there from the Old West.
Yeah.
And people claim to have seen ghosts there at night and hear voices talking to them in hushed tones.
So basically, ghosts are like misty air.
Ectoplasm.
Yes, so you're basically paying to see nothing. I mean, you're seeing nothing.
But it's worth-
and in fact, if you might be lucky if you see nothing on a ghost tour, because if you do see a ghost, there goes your pants.
Are there ghosts, Michael? Do you believe in ghosts?
Do I believe in them? If you believe in something, they must exist, right?
Really? The Holy Ghost? Does that exist?
I don't know. Why are there three people who have to play God?
I don't know. Let's take a break and we'll come back next week.
Yes, we're taking a long break. We're going to finish off all these bottles. See you.